Hello, welcome. We are about to get started on Insight Timer, so I welcome you to join us there. As always, we'll get started on Insight Timer in just a couple moments. Hi, friends, welcome. Looks like things are a little slow today, connecting. Thank you all for being here. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Esme. Okay. Well, while we are waiting, I'm going to stand back. I don't see any of your bobbing profile pictures today. I wonder if it's my connection or an IT thing. Hi, Lisa. Okay, I'm going to stand back. We'll do our little sound test. Can you hear me well back here? And let's see, I think I'll turn the music down a notch. How is the volume of the music? Is it okay with my voice? Hopefully on the quieter side, that's what we're going for, always. Okay, let's see what's happening. Okay, I'll turn the music down lower. Oh, great, Mel. Welcome. All right, let's see here. Okay, turning the music down a bit. Okay, great. Hi, Maria. Thanks, everyone, for your feedback. Hi, Rick. Wonderful. All right. Well, we'll do our little intro and then we'll get started with our asana practice. If you are not here on Insight Timer with us, I invite you to join us on Insight Timer. For anyone that I'm getting to meet for the first time, my name is Selena. I have many recordings here on the app. I lead live sessions each week, and I have 2 courses on the app, Yogic Practices for a Peaceful Life and Awaken My Heart, a guide to living with self-love. You can find all of this on my profile page, my schedule, all of my offerings here on the app. There's also a website listed on the app, on my profile page, if you'd like to stay more connected. And I think we have a group, Love Heals All, really loving community space, and all are welcome to join. Donations on the app. If you're unfamiliar with the donation process here on the app, part of the donation goes to the instructor and part of the donation goes to Insight Timer. So your donations really are a great gift to us as instructors to support our well-being and also to Insight Timer so that we can continue having this amazing platform in existence where we can be together and where there are just so many incredible resources for us. Yes. I think that's all on the logistical side of things. In terms of our practice today, asana, the physical practice of yoga or the postures that we relate to as yoga, are just one aspect of what yoga really is. Yoga, I think about as this roadmap for awakening, this roadmap for coming home to the self, for living the most aligned, enriched life possible. And the physical postures are only one aspect of what this beautiful body of living, it's beyond a body of work, really is. The word yoga means union, essentially. So it is this union with every aspect of our own self, union with life around us, union with this oneness consciousness that we are. And I think that's all for that. My brain's a little slow this morning. It's morning for me. This is listed as intermediate. All are welcome to be here. Just please, as always, honor your body, take care of yourself, do whatever you're needing to do to keep your body safe and happy. There's no need to strain in this practice. Maybe sometimes we need to call in a little extra fire or energy. But if there's ever like a sharp pain or some sense of really efforting and intensity, that's time to back off. The physical postures of yoga, as much as they're about the physical body, they're really about the energetic aspects as well. And it's really important that we're finding this movement without having to get into that beating ourselves up kind of mode that so many of us get into. Have any props that you'd like to have? If you're ever unfamiliar with something that I'm saying or something doesn't feel comfortable for you, you're welcome to just watch, take another posture, honor your body, honor your body, honor your body. This is a 60-minute practice, and we'll begin in 1 minute when I sit down. So we'll end at about 6 or 7 after the hour. If you're in India or a place where there's a half hour, then it will be half past the half hour. 6 minutes past the half hour. Okay. If there are ever any technical difficulties, just throw a slew of emojis in the chat because I can't read your chats from here. Just one more check on the music. How is the volume? The tracks vary in volume, so I can turn it up and down during practice, but I turned it down quite a bit, so it should be more of a quiet background sound rather than something that's really in the forefront of your awareness. So how is that sound? Looks like we have a thumbs up. Hi, Lottie. Okay, we'll get started. And again, if you're not here on Insight Timer with us, I invite you to join us on Insight Timer. I'd like to begin today reading from this precious little quote book from Amachi. Beautiful, beautiful guru, saint, embodiment of love. And I'm just going to flip to a page. It's called 108 Quotes on Love. So let's just flip to a page. I had one in particular I wanted to read, but now we're in the energy of the group. Let's see what comes. Okay, ready? And maybe there's something for you in this that you'd like to take into your practice today. Love just flows. Whoever is willing to take the plunge and dive in will be accepted as they are. There are no terms or conditions. If you are not willing to jump in, what can love do? The stream remains where it is. It never says no. It is constantly saying yes, yes, yes. All right, one more. When you open up, you will find that the sun was always shining and the wind always blowing, carrying the sweet fragrance of divine love. There are no conditions, no force being used. Just allow the door of your heart to open, and you will find that it was never locked. This door has always been open, but in your ignorance, you thought it was locked. Beautiful. Okay. Let's find a comfortable seated position. And then just move into stillness. We're not going to be here for too long. So just sit and then be still. Roll one shoulder up, back, and down, and then the other shoulder up, back, and down. We do this one at a time. Really feel the chest becoming more open. Soften the face, the lips, the jaw. If Ujjayi Pranayama is part of your practice, you can begin this ocean sound in the breath. You may wish to gently touch the tongue to the roof of the mouth just behind the upper teeth. Slow, deep breaths. Bring the palms to touch at the heart, Anjali Mudra. We'll chant the sound Om together one time, and I invite you to chant fully. Open your mouth, open your chest, allow your sound to be loud, to be expansive. Take a deep breath in. Bow your head slightly and set your sankalpa, your intention for practice. Beautiful. Make your way onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest, rock a little side to side. I'm going to start by waking up the core today. This is a nice thing to be aware of. If you're ever feeling a lot of lethargy or even maybe feelings of heaviness or depression, jumping into some core exercises can be a really great way to wake up some joy or to move some of that blocked energy. Option to keep the head and the neck relaxed here. You can also, if you're really working on warming things up or working on your core strength, you can lift one hip and place your right hand down below the right hip with the palm facing down, and then lift your left hip to place the left palm down underneath the hips. If you feel like you've been working on your strength and your core a lot and you don't need that, you can just have the arms down for now. So again, the first option is to have this nice support where the upper body is relaxed, the hands are supporting the hips, and then you're just going to alternate the legs, just extending them one at a time as far as you can. If you'd like to go a little further with me, we're going to curl up through the upper back. So we're drawing the navel toward the spine, maybe lifting the shoulder blades just off of the mat. Hands come behind the shoulders. So rather than behind the head, fingertips touch the tops of the shoulders. And then we'll alternate. So you have your first option if you're joining me here. Extend the left leg and reach the left elbow for the right knee. And then bring it in. Extend right leg, reach right elbow for left knee. So we're going to alternate here with this bicycle exercise. Make sure you're breathing. Complete exhalations. Go at a pace that feels good for your body. No need to go too fast just yet. And whenever you're ready to stop, you can complete. Otherwise, you can join me for 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Actually, I think we have one more to be evened out. There we go. Bring the feet down. Knees are bent. Relax the upper body. You can rock the hips a little. Let that activation in the abdominals, relax. We'll do this one more time. So again, you have your first option. You can have the support underneath the hips. You can keep the upper body relaxed and just work with the extension in the legs. No strain in the upper body for either of them, really. And then our second option is to curl up to the upper body, upper spine. Fingertips touch the tops of the shoulders. Lift the feet, and we'll alternate. Elbow crosses body to the opposite knee. Breathe. Soften the face, the jaw. If your neck is getting overly involved and feeling strained, I invite you to relax the upper body down. Come down whenever you like. And if you'd like to join me, we'll go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wait, is that one more? Now we're even. And release the feet down, relax the upper body. Arms to the sides, palms face up, rock the hips a little. And just notice what's happening inside after this exercise. Lovely. Walk your feet in just a bit so they're hip distance apart. See if maybe you can brush your heels with your middle fingers. Big toes turn in slightly. Press your low back down. Arms are alongside the body now with the palms facing down. Press into your feet to lift low back, middle back, maybe upper back if that feels okay for you. Face turns up toward the sky, no turning the head here. Press into the feet. Lift a little higher. Simple bridge pose here. Press into the feet even more. If the knees are splaying, bring them in toward the midline. And slowly roll down. Rock the hips a little side to side. Beautiful. Reach behind the knees or maybe in front of the knees if that's more comfortable. We're going to rock and roll. Come up to a seat, maybe hover the feet, and then roll down the spine and then come back up. So find some momentum here. Rocking and rolling. Little massage for the back. We'll come all the way up to a seat. Cross the ankles. Make your way to a standing position at the top of the mat. Lovely. So again, this is intermediate because I don't always break down all the cues. Please honor your body and always feel free to watch something if you're not familiar with the cues that I'm using. Feet are underneath the hips or maybe the big toes are touching. Big toes point forward, palms touch at the heart. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, dive. Option to bend the knees. Draw the navel toward the spine. Fingertips to shins. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step or lightly hop back, high plank, and then lower down to the knees or through chaturanga. Move down to the belly for cobra or off the thighs for upward facing dog. We'll all make our way back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 slow, deep breaths. Draw the navel toward the spine. Root down through the base of the index fingers and thumbs. If there's tension in the back body or the shoulders, bend your knees. We'll all press the heart back toward the thighs. Inner elbows roll forward. Crown of the head reaches toward the fingertips. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Fold forward. Press into the feet. Inhale, rise all the way up. Option to bend the knees. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach, lengthen. Exhale, dive, draw the navel in. Inhale, fingertips to shins, weight in the toes, shoulder blades pull back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back. And then again, if you're choosing cobra, the pubic bone stays rooted. If you're choosing upward facing dog, thighs are off of the floor, tops of the feet pressed down. Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 slow, deep breaths. Find all your little cues to support this very active pose. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, dive. Option to bend the knees. Inhale, fingertips to shins, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back. Move through your vinyasa of choice. You can always just come to downward facing dog if that's where you are. 3 slow, deep breaths. Draw the navel toward the spine. If you're able to reach the heels all the way to the mat, feel them pull apart gently, activating the legs. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top, fold forward. Option to bend the knees, draw the navel in. Inhale, rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Surya Namaskar B. Bring the big toes to touch, heels are slightly apart, preparing for Utkatasana, palms touch at the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up, sink the hips back and down. Exhale, bow through center, fold forward. Fingertips to shins. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back. Lower down. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Softly step the right foot through between the hands. Option to lower the back heel to come up for traditional Virabhadrasana 1 for Surya Namaskar B. Or if you'd like to do what I do, I'm kind of working with keeping my pelvis more stable these days. So I take a crescent lunge with the back heel lifted. So feel free to choose whichever you like. I invite you to choose the same option on both sides. So let's take a breath in whichever pose you choose. Exhale to touch down. Step the right leg back. Move through your vinyasa or just come to downward facing dog. Softly step the left foot through between the hands. Choose the same option. Virabhadrasana 1 or crescent lunge. Exhale, touch down. Step the left leg back. Lower through your vinyasa. Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 slow, deep breaths. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Big toes touch, sink the hips down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Utkatasana, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sink the hips, reach the arms up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Fingertips to shins, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back, high plank. Lower down to the knees or through chaturanga. Come up, cobra, or upward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Softly step the right foot through between the hands. Choose your option. Crescent lunge or Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale. Exhale, touch down. Step the right leg back. Flow through your vinyasa or just come to downward facing dog. Softly step the left foot through between the hands. Same posture on this side. Inhale. Exhale. Left leg steps back. Move through your vinyasa. 3 slow, deep breaths, downward facing dog. Draw the navel toward the spine. Shoulders pull up away from ears. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold forward. Sink the hips down, big toes touch. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Moving on. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back, move through your vinyasa. Inhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bend one knee at a time, reach the opposite heel back. Keep pressing the heart back toward the thighs. Big toes touch. Inhale the right leg up and back. Bend the knee, stack the hips. Toes fall behind. Inhale, square the hips, lengthen. Exhale, softly step the right foot through between the hands. Lower the back heel. Inhale, windmill up, Virabhadrasana 2. Hips are square to the left side of the mat. Sink it down. Drop the tailbone down. Gaze is over right. Middle finger. Sink it lower. Palms turn up. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Reach the arms up. Exhale, sink down, palms down. Palms up. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, palms down. Long expanse here. Inhale, palms up, rise up. Exhale, palms down. Beautiful. Stay here. Crown of the head is over the pelvis. Back toes are slightly turned in. Very nice. Sink it a little deeper. Right elbow to right thigh, left arm alongside the ear. Turn the right palm up toward the sky. Shoulders drop away from ears, extended side angle. Maybe sink a little deeper in the hips. Beautiful. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, windmill down. Lift the back heel. Step the right leg back. Move through your vinyasa. Big toes touch. Inhale the left leg up and back. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Toes fall behind. Inhale, lengthen the left leg, square the hips. Exhale, softly step the left foot through. Lower the back heel, windmill up, Virabhadrasana 2. Hips are square to the right side of the mat. Sink it down. Maybe left knee is over left ankle. Drop the tailbone down. Gaze is over left middle finger. Sink a little lower. Drop the shoulders down. Palms turn up. Inhale, straighten the front leg, rise up. Exhale, palms down, sink it down, Virabhadrasana 2. Palms up, inhale, rise. Exhale, sink it down, bend the front knee. One more time. Inhale, palms up, rise up. Exhale, sink it down. Beautiful. Draw the navel toward the spine. Left elbow to left thigh. Extend the right arm alongside the ear, extended side angle. Left palm turns up. Shoulders pull away from ears. Maybe sink it down a little deeper in the hips. Beautiful. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Lift the back heel, step it back. Lower through your vinyasa. Or just come to downward facing dog. 3 slow, deep breaths here. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Draw the navel toward the spine. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step. Or lightly hop back. Lower down. Come up cobra or upward facing. Make your way back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Big toes touch. Inhale, the right leg up and back. Bend the knee. Stack the hips. Breathe here. Inhale, lengthen, square the hips. Exhale, softly step right foot through between the hands. Lower the back heel. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Sink it down. Tailbone drops down. Draw the navel toward the spine. Right palm turns up. Inhale, reverse. Stay low. Exhale, extended side angle. Left arm along ear. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Really be conscious. Practice really being here rather than just being in the mind. Feel your body. What is it like to really be in each movement? Stay here. Extended side angle. Sink a little lower. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Heel toe that back foot in a little. Beautiful, friends. Let's play a little bit here with Ardha Chandrasana. Again, if you were here Tuesday, we played with this pose. If you have a block, this is a great time to use your block. If you don't have one, just follow along with me. Bend that front knee. Left hand comes to the left hip. Place your block or your hand to the outside of your right foot and far enough forward so that we're kind of going for this position of the shoulder being in alignment with the wrist when we come up. And you can play with that. It might be 1 or 2 lengths of your own foot in front of you. Might be. Yes, we all have different bodies. Draw your navel toward your spine. Find your hand placement with your right hand. Lift the left leg and then flex your left foot. Nice active left leg here. Then begin to stack the hips. Left hip on top of right. Gaze is focused on one spot on the floor, maybe the wall to the left, or if you're feeling really adventurous here, you can lift the left arm up and turn your gaze up to your left thumb. Keep that left leg really active. Keep flexing the left foot. Lift the left leg a little higher. Beautiful. One more breath here. Bend the right knee. Bring your left hand down, both hands to the block or the mat. Drop your left hip down so you square it with your right. Kick the left leg up, standing splits. Press out through the ball of the foot. Hug the navel toward the spine. Walk the hands in closer. Maybe the shin or the forehead comes toward the shin. Breathe. Lift the left leg a little higher, but keep the hips square. Bend your right knee. Softly step the left leg back. Inhale, windmill up. Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, windmill down. Step the right leg back. Move through your vinyasa. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Beautiful. Big toes touch. Inhale the left leg up and back. Bend the knee. Stack the hips. Inhale, square the hips, lengthen the leg. Exhale, softly step the left foot through between the hands. Lower the back heel. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Sink it down. Left palm turns up. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, elbow to thigh. Right arm along the ear. Inhale, reverse warrior. Stay low. Exhale, extend. One more. Inhale. Exhale, beautiful. Stay here. Sink it down a little deeper. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Bring that back heel in closer, so shorten the stance. Ardha Chandrasana, second side. Right hand to the hip. Bend the left knee as much as you need to bring the hand down to the left of the foot and a couple of feet distance forward. Have your hand on the floor or on the block. Lift the right leg, flex the foot. Really engage that right leg before you lift it all the way up. Once the foot is flexed, then stack the hips. Beautiful. Gaze is focused on one spot. Maybe reach the right arm up. Very nice, friends. Maybe lift that leg a little higher. Breathe. Shoulders pull away from ears. Keep lifting those right fingers up toward the sky. One more breath. Right hand touches down, both hands to the block or the mat. Drop that right hip down so the hips are square. Lift the right leg up, standing splits. Maybe lock the hands in closer and bring the forehead toward the shin. Lift the right leg a little higher. Wonderful. Bend the front knee. Softly step that right foot back. Inhale to windmill up. Warrior 2. Exhale, windmill down. Step the left leg back. Move through your vinyasa. Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 slow, deep breaths. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Draw the navel toward the spine. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Let's take a moment in Tadasana to settle the awareness. Feet are underneath the hips. Micro bend in the knees. Tailbone relaxes. Pelvis is neutral. Feel like there's a thread in the top of the head, lengthening the spine up toward the sky. Navel gently draws toward the spine. Arms alongside the body. Allow a space between the teeth, maybe the lips. Breathe in and out of the nose. Slow, deep breaths. Mountain pose. Feel yourself becoming still, stable, strong like a mountain. At times, life feels like a hurricane, whether it's what is happening in the world or in our personal lives. And we often have a misconception that to experience peace or serenity, the world outside of us needs to be more peaceful. We think, oh, I'm desperate to get into nature. I'm desperate to go on a retreat. I'm desperate to have a day off. And yes, all of those things are very beneficial and serve us very well. And we could also consider that it is possible to experience peace in the midst of the chaos. It is possible to experience serenity even when everything is shaking around us. And that is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves as human beings. To use our tools and our awareness to become less shaken by the happenings of life, to be more anchored in the self. You may wish to say to yourself here, I am strong, I am balanced, I have everything I need. I have everything I need. I have everything I need. Beautiful. Roll the shoulders up and back, interlace the hands behind the back. Take the feet wider toward the edges of the hips. Toes are slightly turned out so that if you bend the knees or when you bend the knees move in the same direction as the toes. Maybe begin to straighten the arms if possible. Draw the navel toward the spine. Feel this opening happening through the chest. And rather than popping your belly and your ribs forward here, draw the navel in, release the tailbone down. Draw those bottom ribs in. Beautiful. Breathe. Lovely. Release. Give a gentle shake in the wrists and the arms, just gentle. We're going to come down and play a little bit with arm balancing today. Let's see if I might need to move this mic. We're going to play with Bakasana, crow pose. If you're comfortable in the pose and familiar with it and just want to dive in, go for it. Give you a little longer to play with it. If you're not even sure what I'm speaking about or you need a refresher, I invite you to join me. So my feet are just about the width of my hips apart. This gives me personally a kind of a comfortable feeling to start. And again, the toes are slightly turned out here. Bend the knees to be able to bring the hands down. Now, for some of us, this is already not feasible to have this much bend in the knees. So if that's you, if there's another pose you'd like to take, go for it. If you just want to rest or watch, go for that. Once you're down here, have the knees wider than the shoulders. So you see my knees are outside of my arms rather than the opposite. Yes? And of course, the knees are moving over the toes. So my toes are slightly turned out so that my knees are over them. From here, walk your hands far forward. See that I'm on the balls of my feet. My heels are lifted. Walk the hands far forward. My hands are shoulder distance apart rather than being really wide. They're like a straight line out from my shoulders. Now, bend your elbows and bring your arms in closer so that maybe your knees start to come into the backs of your arms or maybe even into your armpits. Now, we all have different bodies, yes? So if you feel like, oh, I can't do that, or that's not what my body looks like, just play with it with your body, yes? I'm guiding you from what some of our bodies look like, but not all of us. Palms are flat, fingers are spread wide, and again, my hands are approximately shoulder distance apart. From here, I'm going to rock up onto the balls of my feet even more with my elbows really bent so that I can start to play with bringing the weight of my legs onto the backs of my arms. From here, let's play with maybe just lifting one foot and then coming down and then lifting the other foot and coming down. You can alternate like that, or if you'd like to come up with both feet, you can do that as well. Draw the navel in, relax your face, breathe deeply. You can come up and down, just keep playing with balance, play with strength. You can always take a moment to breathe and then come back up into it. We'll be here for just a few more moments. Beautiful. Let's all come down to the shins. If you need a blanket here or some kind of support, please go ahead and take that. Interlace the hands. Let's roll through the wrists. Change directions. Give a little shake. Come to the tops of your fingers with your palms facing out away from your body. And then if you can, bring your little fingers together, your pinky fingers together. Make sure you have some room behind you to back up if you need to for this pose. From here, begin to roll down onto your finger pads. So you're rolling down toward the palms. And once you get to the point where there's a strong stretch, or actually it doesn't even have to be strong, medium stretch, hang out there and breathe. If you're able to bring your palms all the way down with the pinkies together and you don't really feel anything, you can begin to walk your feet back. So you are creating some space here. Keep the palms rooted and walk the knees back as far as you need to feel some sensation. Soften your face. And again, if there's ever any sharp pain, that's a no. Yes, that's the body saying, no, thank you. One more breath here. Beautiful. If you've walked yourself far back, bring your knees in closer. Draw your navel toward your spine. Press into your knees to come up off of your hands. And then very slowly here, we just want to give some very slow, gentle counter movements. You can slowly move the hands front and back. Take some gentle rolls to the wrists. Change directions. Beautiful. One more little bit of core before we completely start to cool down. Come down to the forearms and the elbows. Bring your hands to the outsides of the elbows. So you should just kind of be able to bring your fingers to the outsides of the elbows, and that will show you, for most of us, that the elbow is below the shoulder, and that's what we're going for here. We want some nice supportive alignment. So your elbows are below your shoulders, and for many of us, a way that we can find that is the fingers are just to the outsides of the elbows. Extend the arms, the forearms, interlace the hands, draw the navel toward the spine. We're going to be working into our forearm plank here. So if you aren't able to hold this pose, you can just work with extending one leg back with the navel really active toward the spine, and then play with the other. Just really press out through that back heel. This is a great way to work toward this pose. If you're joining me in the full pose, let's all start by pressing down into the forearm. So we're lifting up out of the shoulders. Press down, draw the navel toward the spine. Extend one leg back, and if you're ready for it, extend the other leg back as well. Lower the hips down so they're in alignment with the shoulders. Press out strongly through the legs, so it's like you're trying to touch the heels to the wall behind you. Let's have the gaze down at the floor. Keep pressing down into the forearms. Keep hugging the navel toward the spine. And then we're going to play a little bit here. Press into the forearms, lift the hips, come up kind of in a dolphin pose, and then draw your navel toward your spine. Press out through the heels, lower the hips back down. Forearm plank. Great, everyone. Press it up, lift the hips up and back. A little bit of a dolphin pose here. Head is off the floor if possible. Roll yourself forward. Forearm plank. Press out through the heels. Hug the navel in. Press down into the forearms. Beautiful. Lower the hips down. Keep the elbows where they are. Extend the forearms. Palms are flat. Sphinx pose. Relax the hips down. If you'd like to increase sensation here, lift the chest. Pull the elbows back. Chin is slightly tucked. Lovely. Walk your left hand over to your right wrist and then just place that hand down. So this left forearm is at a diagonal here. Bend your right knee. If this is as far as you're going today, that's perfectly fine. If you'd like to play a little further here, bring your weight into your left elbow. Reach your right hand back for the inside of your right foot. Your thumb points up to the sky here. You can play with kicking the foot into the hand to open the shoulders. Maybe you already feel a stretch in the thigh and wish to stay here. If you'd like to take it further, start to bring your heel toward your glute. And if you have a lot of space, you can actually lift that right elbow, turn your hand around so that your right fingers now point down toward the floor and cover your toes. Breathe. I'll take 3 more breaths wherever you are. If you have the foot, slowly release. Bring your right elbow down underneath your shoulder, right leg down, rock the hips a little side to side. We'll move on to the second side. Right hand walks over to the left wrist. So we have the hand flat here. Bring the weight over into that left arm a little bit. Right arm, here I go, mixing up the sides. Bend your left leg, option to stay here. Or reach back for your left foot with your left hand. The thumb is pointing up, so your hand is to the inside of the foot. The thumb points up to the sky. Option to kick the foot into the hand to open through the shoulder. Hang out here if that's where you're at. Or if you'd like to start to bring the foot toward the glute, you can. And if you have a lot of space, maybe you actually lift the elbow, turn the hand around so that the fingers now point down toward the glutes. Relax the face and the jaw, 3 slow breaths. If you have the foot, slowly release. Left elbow down, left leg down. Rock the hips a little side to side. Beautiful. And just be here for a moment. You can relax in this posture and just notice what's happening inside. Starting to slow down. Maybe it's a little easier to be aware, present. How's the quality of your breathing, your body? Beautiful. Plant the palms. Press yourself up to all fours. And move into pigeon pose from here. If pigeon pose doesn't work for your body, if there's any pain in the knee or the hip or the ankle, I invite you to take a figure 4 stretch on your back or any other stretch that works for you. Bring your right knee up to your right wrist and then walk your foot out so that the right foot is in front of the left thigh. Have any blocks you'd like to use, any props you'd like to use for this pose. Tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee, and then wiggle your foot back so that your pelvis starts to come closer to the earth with the hips squared. If either of the hips are lifted here, I invite you to keep them lifted rather than rocking off onto one side. You can always place something like a blanket underneath for support. If there's any pain in the knee here, like any kind of sharp pain, I invite you not to do this pose. Option to stay here, begin to walk the hands forward. Relax the head, slow, deep breaths. We'll be here for a little while, so find a position that you can allow yourself to start to ease into. Feel like your right hip is dropping back and down behind you, allowing that right side body to lengthen. We hold a lot of tension in the pelvis, emotional tension as well as physical tension. So sometimes when we come into this pose, we might feel a sense of, I've got to get out of this, I've got to get out of this. And it's not necessarily because of pain, it's this emotional, mental discomfort. Or maybe we have a sense of crying or screaming. And this is great. This is us getting in touch with the body, with the emotions. One of the greatest gifts we can give to ourselves is to be present with discomfort rather than always trying to cover it up. So whatever's coming up for you right now, whether it's peace or absolute frustration, can you breathe into your experience and give yourself permission to be where you are without judging yourself or thinking that it should be different? slow, deep breaths. One more slow, deep breath here. If you're forward, use your hands to slowly walk yourself upright. Tuck the back toes under. Bring your back knee in closer. Bring your right knee back. Take a few circles in each direction with that right knee. Bring the knee down. We'll change sides. Bring your left knee up to your left wrist. Walk your left foot out so it's in front of the right hip. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, wiggle the leg back. And again, if either of the hips are lifted, I invite you to keep them lifted so we keep the pelvis and spine nicely aligned. And you can always place something underneath one of the hips if that makes it more comfortable for you. And of course, these are all just suggestions. Always do what works best for your body. Option to stay here or begin to walk the hands forward. Slow, deep breaths. Recall your sankalpa, your intention. How does that align with where you are right now in this moment? In your mind, your emotions, your body, your spirit. Can you breathe into discomfort rather than resisting it, pushing it away, trying to distract from it? Soften your jaw, your face, your throat, your belly, your groin, your glutes. Soften. One more slow, deep breath. If you're forward, use your hands to come upright. Tuck your back toes under, bring your back knee closer. Bring your left knee back to meet your right. Take some circles with the left knee, a few in each direction. Bring the knee down, rock the hips a little. Let's come to a seat for just a moment before we move into Shavasana. You can sit however you like. Bring your left arm in front of your body, right arm underneath. Bring your arms closer. Relax the shoulders down. Breathe. Soften the face, the jaw. Maybe lift the corners of the mouth if you'd like to try making this advanced. Beautiful. Other side, open the arms wide. This time, right arm crosses in front of the body. Left arm comes underneath. Relax the shoulders down. And release. Open the arms wide. Just relax them down for a moment. Roll through the shoulders. Place your hands on your heart. Just hold your heart. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Just hold this beautiful, precious, amazing gift of a body with love. And slowly make your way onto your back. Take your feet wide. Toes fall out to the sides. Arms alongside the body with the palms facing upward. You can tuck the shoulders underneath you if that feels good. Close your eyes and then just wiggle your whole body. Feel like there's this little wiggling wave moving from your toes all the way up to your head, your fingertips. Every part of the body is just wiggling. And then totally relax the body. Feel like the bones, the muscles, every fiber of this physical body is just softening down into the earth. Find stillness. And I invite you to remain in stillness for these next few moments of Shavasana. invite you to stay here in Shavasana. Rest longer if you can. If you're ready to complete, very slowly move the fingers and toes with awareness, gentleness, kindness. Take some slow, deep breaths. Inhale, reach your arms up along your ears, point your toes. Exhale through the mouth. Bend the knees. Roll over onto one side. When you're ready, use your hands to assist you up to a seat with the eyes closed. Palms touch at the heart, Anjali Mudra. We'll complete with our closing chant. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu 3 times. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May all beings and all of creation be happy, be free. Peace, peace, peace. Let's take a breath in. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Blessings to all, love to all, light to all. We are light, we are one. In our oneness, thank you. Thank you all for being here, for sharing your practice. Thank you so much for your donations. I'm so grateful for your support. It really is a great gift, you know. It's like if you went to an asana class out in the world, the instructor would be receiving payment and it helps them live. And it's the same thing here. I'm grateful to offer it at no fee. And I'm also grateful for your donations because they help me in my life. And again, they help Insight Timer. So thank you so much. Thank you all so much for being here. I can't see your bobbing pictures today. So feel free to say hi because I can't see your picture. Anything you'd like to share before we complete today? We have our next session together is asana on Tuesday. at 1 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday, our satsang is dedicated to a meditation sending healing and light and love to those affected by the earthquake in Turkey and also to the whole world. Mael, is it Mael or Mail? I'm guessing maybe Mael. How was your first session together? Mail, just like M-A-L-E? Mail. Did I get it? The pronunciation? Mayel. Mayel? Oh, you were saying yes. Okay. Thank you. I thought you were like yee. It's a yee sound. Lovely. Great. Great. Thank you all. Again, you can find, I'm so glad you enjoyed. Warm welcome to you and warm welcome to anyone who's here for the first time. You can find all of my offerings on my profile page, at least the ones here on the app, yes? So all of the recorded content that's there, the courses, the live schedule. You did that for yourself, Sylvia. You did that for yourself. What a gift, yes? We did it together, right? Oh, I'm so glad, Kara. Thank you for sharing. I love hearing from you, my loves. Reach out. Reach out. Come join our group, Love Heals All. You can also, follow the website the website that I have listed on my profile page to stay connected. I had a really beautiful, thanks, Mel, I appreciate it. It's okay. No pressure. It's good. It's good to give from the heart. It's good to give when we feel a freedom of giving. If we give out of obligation, there's a contracted energy in us, there's a contracted energy in the exchange. So let us not give out of obligation. And this is a great practice for everything in our lives, right? How do we find a place where there can be a flow from our heart? And if we're not in a place where there is that genuine giving from our heart, then that's not the time. Maybe it's not the time. There's so many different circumstances, right, in life. It's okay. No need to apologize. No need to apologize. It's okay. It's okay to have judgments. It's okay to have emotion. Yes. Awareness. What was I sharing though? I was sharing. I don't remember. Oh, wonderful. I'm so glad. So glad. Oh, that's what I was going to share. Someone reached out to me on IG who had found me here, and we just had the most beautiful time together. It was so touching. And this beautiful soul didn't reach out just to say hi. They reached out saying, I need help. I need help. And we just got to be together for a few moments. And we all need this. We all need this so much. Just to know that we're not alone. To know that there is love. That was the quote that I read this morning that I initially was thinking I wanted to share with everyone. I'm going to find it right now. Oh my gosh, this book is so juicy of quotes. It's all, it's 108 quotes on love by Amaji. And it's just every single one of them is just gold, pure gold. Okay, just one moment, my loves. I'd love to share this with you before we complete. I want to redo every single one of them. Every single one. Is this it? No. No. I'm almost there. I'm looking. Looking. I'm going through literally every single page. Well, it was essentially saying that we all need love. Every single one of us. And I'm not talking about human love, emotional love, although human love in its real essence, not like emotional attachments. Like so many of us say things like, I love you so much, and that's why I'm so angry, right? But that's anger. Love is not anger. Anger is anger, right? Attachment is attachment. It's not love. So we often get confused about what love is. We associate it with pain. We associate love with all of the emotions or experiences we've had, but that's not love. So, anyway, this quote was saying that we all need love. We all need community. And when we have this gift of love in our lives, I'm still looking. It just opens us up, and we all need it. We all need love. We are here in these bodies on this planet having this collective experience, and we need each other. Yes, maybe we can do many things, on our own. We can be self-sufficient in many ways, and it's awesome to empower ourselves, and we need each other. We need spaces of love. Whether it's a moment like what I shared with this beautiful soul who reached out to me on IG, and we just had this very touching exchange, and just that moment across the planet, they're all the way over at the southern end of the continent of Africa, and I'm all the way over here in Hawaii. I guess it's kind of like that. Could be either way, and we just got to be together in love, even though we weren't physically in the same place, and it nourishes the heart. And we all need this. So whether you have it in person with your family or your friends or your spiritual community or your CrossFit community, whatever it is, just let yourself be nourished and share your light, share your love. And if you don't have people in person who you share that with, one, maybe consider being open to creating community. Maybe you go someplace where you join a yoga class or a meditation session or a farmer's market, someplace where you can be with people. I know many of us get very isolated, and the last thing we want is to be with people. It's so important, though. And last few words, because I just saw the time and I got to go, and you probably do too. You can also create it online. Be part of virtual community. Like we have the group here, Love Heals All. Be with others long distance. It can still nourish the heart in a profound way. So that's what I'll leave us with today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your practice, your light. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. See you next week. Be kind with yourself. Enjoy this sacred life. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. Enjoy it. Soak it up. Eat it up. You are love. You are light. You are consciousness. We are one. I love you, love you, love you.